Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. So in today's video, we're going to be diving into a topic that has truly helped me and my approach to personal development and productivity. So I know you saw the title, so you guessed it. It's all about setting systems rather than goals. So if you're tired of the cycle of setting goals only to see them fizzle out, stick around because this might be the game changer you've been waiting for. Okay, so we're all familiar with goal setting, right? I mean, it's been ingrained in us as the key to success, but let's be real. Traditional goal setting does have its shortcomings. You set an outcome-oriented target, you work like crazy, and you either hit or miss it. But what happens if you fall short? I mean, that's when the frustration, the disappointment, and the self-doubt creeps in. And don't get me wrong, goals are essential, but there's a catch. They often lead to an all or nothing mindset. You either hit the goal and you feel like a rock star, or you miss it and you deal with disappointment. But what if there's a better way? So here's an exciting twist. Systems. Instead of getting hung up on the end result, focus on the process. A system is all about consistent actions, routines, and habits that guide your day-to-day. It's kind of like embracing the journey and finding joy in every step you take. So instead of aiming for that distant goal, you'll be building a set of powerful habits and routines that really drive your day-to-day actions. Picture this. Systems are adaptable, continuous, and momentum building. They're really designed for sustainable growth, allowing you to make progress even if things don't go according to plan. Those small, consistent wins, they're your secret weapon to keeping your motivation high and your progress on track. Okay, so get ready for the juicy part, y'all. The amazing advantages of setting up systems in your life. Number one, consistency trumps everything, okay? Systems thrive on consistency. Small, steady actions repeated over time lead to monumental results. And the best part is, they're much easier to maintain than pushing for one grand achievement. Number two, it's adaptability at its finest. Life is unpredictable, and so are your circumstances, so systems allow you to adapt, tweak, and pivot without derailing your progress. It's like having a built-in resilience mechanism. 3, celebrate small wins. With systems, every step forward is a win. You're not waiting until the finish line to celebrate. You're celebrating each milestone along the way, and this is going to keep your motivation soaring. Number 4, long-term growth and not burnout. Traditional goals can lead to burnout when you're solely focused on the final outcome. Systems, on the other hand, they're going to foster sustainable growth because they encourage you to keep improving, no matter how small the steps. Now, you're probably thinking, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually make it happen? Okay, I got you covered because I'm going to share with you a step-by-step action plan that's going to really help you to implement systems in your life. So let's dive into it, and I'm going to show you how to actually set up these life-changing systems so that you can thrive. So first, you want to start by pinpointing the aspects of your life that you want to improve. It starts here. So whether that's health, career, relationship, money, you name it. So let's say you want to start meal planning. So I'm just using this as an example. And so we're going to use this process to develop a system for meal planning. So maybe that's a goal of yours, or has been a goal of yours, and you're just not sure how to get started. You feel a little bit overwhelmed. And so this is really going to break down that process of being able to set up this as a system in your life as opposed to a goal, so that way you can be successful. So this applies to anything. Doesn't have to be meal planning. I'm just using this as an example for you. But start first by creating this list, and then we're going to move on to the next step, which is to break it all down. Next, you want to break it down, okay? So say goodbye to overwhelming goals. Those days are over, okay? Break down your big goals into smaller, actionable steps, and that's going to become the foundation of your system. This, by the way, is from our list making notepad that was available in one of our boxes. I really love it because it allows you to break some different things down on the line here. So again, I'm breaking down the meal planning process, but you could use this and break down all of those parts of your life that we're trying to set systems for. So this is a great little tool that I'm going to use to be able to write that list out first. And so that way I'll be able to really assess it and see what is all involved in this process. And don't forget, we are just using this as an example. This is going to be based on your key areas and what is essential to you. Okay, so we've written everything out for the meal planning process and everything that's involved in that. And so some of the things that I have added to this list, I'm just going to share with you just in case meal planning is a goal of yours and you need some help with breaking down the parts of meal planning that you're going to need to make sure that you're doing in order to be successful at it, okay? So you'll want to check your fridge and pantry, and I do that every single week just to see what I have on hand, and then I'm able to build meals around the items that I have on hand, which makes grocery shopping less time consuming, and it also saves you a little bit of money and you're able to use those items that you have. And the inserts that I love using when it comes to tracking what I have on hand is our inserts from our meal planning bundle. It comes with refrigerator inventory, freezer inventory, pantry inventory, that you'll come and write everything out here. You'll also write the description and use by date, and then you can check off the quantity, and you'll want to check in here first so that you can already see what you have written in. And of course, as you're buying new groceries, you want to make sure you're adding to this list. But this is really helpful to be able to have it on hand in your planner, and so that way you can see what you already have in stock at home and you can build your meals around that. I also check my calendar to see what we have going on this week. So, do we have any plans? Are we attending any events? Is there any situation where maybe I don't need to cook, or is there a situation where I may need to do a little bit of prep work beforehand? I like to just check my regular calendar just to see what we have going on, and this is really going to give me a little bit more insight into how my week is going to look in terms of meal planning. I also check the grocery stores to see what's on sale, and a lot of times I'll build my meals around what's on sale. So I'll check the pantry first, and then I'll check to see what's on sale, because we want to be able to save as much money as possible. So I'll check through all of the usual suspects, Publix, Kroger, Walmart, and I'll see what is going to be discounted right now. And sometimes I may even buy those items in bulk and stick them in my deep freezer. So check your circulars at your grocery store just to see what type of deals they have going on, and then build your meals around that. And then the fun part, for me at least, I go ahead and plan out all of my meals. And I use a little insert that I stick into my planner that's going to be able to let me break down my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then on the side, I can write my grocery list. I also like to write that in my planner directly. And this layout is perfect for that. As y'all know, this is my favorite layout right now. On the left-hand side, I'm able to cross out a portion of what's already pre-filled in these particular inserts, and I can use it however I want. So I like to use it for my meal planning. I cook Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then the other days are leftovers. So you want to go ahead and make your plan based on all of the things that we just mentioned, checking your circular to see what the deals are, checking your pantry, fridge, and freezer, and then I head over to Pinterest, and then I'll go ahead and pull some recipes or my favorite cookbook, and I'll see what I want to cook for that week, and I make sure to write it in on my planner, and I write in all of the items that I'm going to need for those meals. It's also important to set reminders of certain things. Like there are some times when things are in the freezer and I need to pull them out and I don't always remember. So I set a reminder on my phone to make sure that I pull those items out of the freezer. If there's anything that you need to prep ahead of time, you want to make sure that you set a reminder for that. If needed, you can put it in your phone and you can also write it in your planner. And then, of course, we touched on this, which is to make your list. So just write in all of the ingredients that you're going to need to make that particular meal. And again, having it in your planner written down is the best way for me. But you can use your phone, you can use an app, whatever works for you. But go ahead and make your list. And then grocery shop, okay? So for me, I don't go into the grocery store unless I have to. I do all of my grocery shopping online, and that's typically through either Walmart grocery service, Kroger, which uses Instacart, or Publix, which uses Instacart. It just all depends on what the sales are at that time and what I need from the grocery store. So you want to do all of your shopping, and implementing all of these things is going to make the whole meal planning experience that much easier. And that's why it's so important to break everything down so that you can really assess all of the moving parts and you can really think about if it's something that you even want to do based on doing those things. But if it's a goal of yours, you definitely want to put in that full effort, and that starts with making that list of all of the things that are involved. And so again, this is just an example of how you would break things down, which is what we're talking about, and how important that is in the whole implementing systems process. So it's no longer going to be overwhelming with trying to just say meal planning is a goal of mine. We've broken this down. We know everything that's involved, and it's going to help you. And it's really going to become that foundation of your system of meal planning or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Next, we want to create habits. So design daily and weekly habits that are going to align with those smaller steps. These habits are the heart of your system, and they're going to keep you moving forward. And then you want to track your progress. So keep tabs on your daily efforts. Celebrate even the tiniest of wins. They're all contributing to your bigger picture. Lastly, adjust and refine. So regularly evaluate your system's effectiveness. And if something's not working, don't worry, adjust and refine. And make sure that you are doing that with your habits to keep your system in sync with your goals. Okay, so here's the key takeaway. Shifting from traditional goals to powerful systems can really transform your life. So embrace the process, build those consistent habits, and savor every step towards your goals. The small wins matter, and they're the building blocks of your success. So all right, it's time to take action. Comment below and let me know, are you ready to give the system approach a shot? Share your thoughts, and let's support each other on this journey. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And of course, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any future empowering video just like this one. Thanks so much for joining me on this ride, and remember, set systems, not goals, to make lasting change in your life. So I do hope that you guys will join me for the next video, in which case I'll see you then.